So what we're doing now is swinging on a bar, also known as the lache. Lache is generally the art of letting go in the front of a swing. But what we're going to teach you first is how to build up your hand strength so that you're not peeling off and that, well, your hands are going to rip. That's part of the progression, so we'll let them heal, and we can show you different techniques of how to improve. So when you're grabbing a bar, the first thing you want to do to initiate a swing is you're going to bring your legs up and you're going to kick forward, then you're going to drag your heels back, and then it's just going to be a kick from there. So what I do is I bring my legs up, I kick, I can bring them back, I kick, I bring them back, I kick, and I bring them back, etc. So what you're going to want to learn first is how to let go in the back of a swing. So I'm going to demonstrate on this bar. The idea is that as you come into the back, you're actually going to hollow your spine so that you have perfect view of the ground, and you're going to let it drop from there. So how to release on the backside of the swing. As it swings forward, it's going to hollow and drop. What that allows you to do is it's simple as just dropping, and you don't have to worry about peeling off, where it's like this. The higher up the bar is, the more deadly that becomes. So now that we understand that, here's some more exercises of how to get your hands strong. My favorite one is in the back side of the swing. I let go and I re-grab. So as I swing in the back, I let go and I re-grab. It's also another great way to show how, if you feel your hands are peeling off, which means they're getting slippery and they're starting to slide, you want to re-grab by doing this. As you let go in the back side of the swing, you're going to switch your hands over and re-grip it, and then it's going to go into the front side of the swing. So now that we've covered that, let's talk about how to let go in the front. Now, another way to save your hands is to simply do a one kick, it swings back, and now you're about to let go already in the front. The more swings you do, the more pressure you put on your hands, and the more likely they rip. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up, I'm going to shoot myself forward, I'm going to swing back, and I'm going to let go in the front. So the best way to let go in the front of a swing is actually what seems like one arm at a time. So as you swing, you want your arms to stay back. Let go with one hand, I let go with my right, I push my left behind me. What this allows me to do is get a good balance. If both hands are behind me, I can't see my target on the ground. But if by letting go with one hand, I've already transferred the momentum to start going forward, and this allows me to push myself even further away from the bar. And at the whole time, I can see the ground perfectly. Again, if my hands are back here, it's harder to see the ground. But if I bring one hand forward, it's right there. So we'll demonstrate it one more time. Pay attention to my arms. Notice that my right will let go earlier than my left. So, what to do while you're in the middle of the air? What you're trying to do is that when you let go of a bar, your body's going to want to keep falling backwards this way. So again, master that technique of pushing the arms away, and as far as getting distance, what you're trying to do is load your body. You're trying to use your abs to get your feet up so they can brace for the impact once again, just like a precision. So as it swings out, I'm looking, and the whole time I'm forcing myself to not only use my abs to pull my legs up, but my upper abs to pull my chest forward to get me in a more centered position. So you either want to hit it like this and drop in, or you want it to come straight down on top, just like this, as if you were doing a drop precision. So one thing to remember, when you're finally getting comfortable with letting go in the front of the bar and you want to get a little bit further, it's going to actually initiate from your hips. So what I mean by this is try to get your heels in the back as high as you can, and you're really going to use your hips to shoot yourself forward. So I'll show you one swing what I mean. Pay attention to my hips. As they swing back and they swing forward, I'm going to come in with power. I'm going to kick. Really kick my legs. Now I'm exaggerating, and I'm obviously holding on too long. Now by holding on too long, you'll know. Your body will not want to let go. So the ideal time to let go is as you're here, as you start feeling yourself fall down, you want to kick. Here's my feet, where my fingers are. I'm actually going to kick now. And as I kick towards my target, that's when the one hand's going to let go and it's going to come off. The biggest thing with laches is timing. There's no magic trick to it. You just have to keep attempting it. So try to find a lower bar. Now remember, if you can find a bar where your legs can be perfectly straight, it's a lot easier to build momentum as compared to a smaller bar where I'd have to bend my knees, because it gives me less range of motion. It's more abs rather than a whole full body kick. So keep that in mind. Find what works for you. Some people are tall, some are small. Find a bar that works for you. They're everywhere, and just keep training it. And that is how you do the lache.